Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the LEGO Ideas Sonic the Hedgehog set. This is set number 21331. It has 1,125 pieces and I paid $70 for this set. I believe this set on Lego's website goes for $80 or $90, I think. I found this just at a store and it was listed at $70, and I picked it up and I thought, $70 for over 1,000 pieces feels pretty great. Also, because the new Sonic the Hedgehog sets that are coming out from Lego that are not part of Ideas now, they're going to be their own line of products. I've seen that they're already sending out kind of press package versions of them and getting those out to reviewers and people in the Lego Ambassador network. So I thought it'd be a fitting time to finally put this together and see what this one's about. Even though this isn't part of that upcoming line, I wasn't able to find any of those new Sonic sets early, at least not yet. Maybe I still will. I will keep an eye out for them, but at the very least, I got this one. So this has a Dr. Robotnik, or whatever this character's name is, but a brick build version. I believe this is going to be kind of like a big figgy type thing. Still going to do the brick built kind of creatures for the new stuff, but it does have the Sonic minifigure here, which it came in this set and a Dimensions set, I believe. So anyway, in this video, we're going to open this up. We're going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we're looking at the builds for this LEGO Ideas Sonic set, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for watching and to remind you that if you like this video, maybe click on that thumbs up and give it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, maybe click on that subscribe button, which you can see on your screen or on my page or where it says subscribe, so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I will be doing here in the future, including more Sonic when the new Sonic sets come out. So it's really appreciated. And now back to the build, and then back to me to review this set. Okay, so that is this Lego Ideas Sonic Green Hill Zone, or just Sonic the Hedgehog set from the Lego Ideas. As I mentioned, the new line of Sonic Lego sets are coming out, I believe, in August, but there are some reviewers and people in the Lego Ambassador Network that are already getting copies of those sets. So I wanted to take a look at this one to kind of still seem relevant, I suppose. But there will be a lot of changes. This is pretty different from a lot of those upcoming Sonic sets. And one of the main differences, I would say, is, for me, this is very much a display set. It is on the box it says 18 plus. It feels very reminiscent of a diorama, partially because of the nice black border down here, which is similar to like architecture or diorama sets in general. And as far as build goes, I don't know if there was anything too advanced here. Some interesting stuff, and a lot of small pieces, but I really like how this set turned out. So we're going to kind of take a look at everything here, but my overall impression is that this is pretty great. And actually, for the price, it doesn't feel too bad. So I'll talk more about that as we go, but I really enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I was going to. So pretty cool. The first thing I will show is the Sonic minifigure here. So this, I believe, is the same Sonic minifigure, or one of the same ones that'll be coming in the new wave. They have it on this kind of display stand here using one of those clear pieces. Sonic is holding a ring. They have a new ring piece for the upcoming line, so it's not going to be the same one. I think it's supposed to be a little bit better. And there's a Sonic that is like this, but one of them has a winking eye and one not, and I think they have a different back printing as well. But we get this nice molded head for Sonic, which is very cool. The printing is really good. Got a little smirk. The mold all through the back here is really nice. So that is great. Basic printing on the torso and just different color arms there. Down onto the legs, we have dual molded legs with the red and blue. The white is printed all the way around, and there is even more printing on the side for like a buckle there, which is really great to get dual molded legs with printing on the side. That is really awesome. So this is an excellent figure, and I'm very happy with it, and I think it looks great with this set. And then, as we can see, I believe these are called like Chaos Emeralds or Chaos Gems, Chaos Crystals, something like that. And you have this little display stand that Sonic can be attached to, kind of in a running pose. And these are done in a really cool way. And there's sort of a progression as you build the set from the beginning of the instructions to the end, where like in the first bag of pieces there was this one, and then in the next bag there was this one and this one and this one, and you go on. So as you work through the bags of pieces in this set, you fill up all these slots for these emeralds or crystals or whatever they are called, which is really cool. And as always, when these pieces are included, you do get an extra of all of these. I always like it to get an extra of all of these kind of gem pieces, which is really nice. So I think this is a great inclusion. Then we can look at some of the kind of side characters here. And forgive me, I'm not super well versed in Sonic, so I don't actually know what these the names of these characters are. But we get a little crab here, a brick-built crab built in a pretty good way, simple but efficient, printed eye pieces there. So we get this little Sonic crab. I'm assuming this is a enemy or something that Sonic needs to defeat or run past or run over or whatever in some way. And it just uses a round clear disc piece there on the bottom. It doesn't really rest on these legs, although it probably could. They're a little bit fragile. They could spin and rotate and stuff, but that's that. I like how the claws are done. Those are pretty good, and the colors are all nice. And then Again, I can't remember what these are called, but I know that these are included in the new Sonic line. But there is one major difference here. So this is all brick built, has nice use of colors, gets the shape down right. The face is a sticker, right? And there is an alternate sticker, so you can change the face. Maybe this one is when it's kind of friendly or not bothered, and then this one is when it's bothered or aggressive or antagonistic. I believe in the new sets, the new line of Sonic sets, these are printed. I'm pretty sure those are printed. So I think that was one of the differences here. I actually think the new sets have a lot more prints than this does. This does use a fair amount of stickers, but it does have some prints as well. But there are a lot of stickers here, and one of the ways is this alternate face. So that's fine. So that's that character. And then before I move on to the Doctor, I'll show some of these other stickered elements here, which we have these kind of display screen power up type things with different images on them, kind of pixelated. And we get alternates for those as well, which are also stickers. So we can get the shoes one, the ring one, and have alternates. So those can swap out. And like the ring one here, pretty positive that is a print in the new ones, but I'm not sure if all of these are or what the deal is, but I think like the shoe and the ring one are going to be prints in the upcoming wave of Sonic the Hedgehog sets. For this set, this Ideas set, these are all stickers. The build for this little thing is pretty much the same for the upcoming ones, or almost the same. And that's fine, but these stickers don't bother me too much, and it's nice to have those options. So we get those that can be placed on the track in a different in some different ways. And I guess I will show Dr. Robotnik, even though this is the last thing you build, or Eggman or something. So this is a brick built version. I believe in the upcoming sets, it is more of a big fig type version. I actually don't mind this. It was kind of an interesting build with some somewhat challenging building techniques. It's kind of finicky, a lot of small parts with limited connection points here. These molded hand pieces are good. Those can be rotated and the arms can be moved. I thought the legs were going to have some articulation because they're on a hinge, but these tiles coming across kind of prevent you from doing that. But I like the really skinny legs. This is great for the feet, these really pointed feet. And then sort of a bulbous sort of front. These are stickered elements here for on their pants there. And I think it gets the shape down pretty well. Kind of has the wacky hair, maybe a mouth or mustache and whatever. And then this on the eyes is a print. So really nice to get that printed there. And I thought I was going to not like this. I heard some people think this Dr. Robotnik, or I think that's the name, was not so good. But I really liked it. It had some interesting techniques. The build is somewhat complex. There's different studs on the side stuff, different kind of sub-assembly stuff that all fits together. And I thought it was really interesting and fun. So I really liked this build. And while it doesn't have too much articulation, you can't really move the legs too much, or the head even for that matter. I suppose you could turn the head side to side, but that's about it. It's still a pretty nice figure, and I'm glad that the eyes are printed on there. And then we have Robotnik's or Eggman's like ship here. And this is on a stand, another display stand type thing, using a Technic axle all the way through these clear rounded bricks. This is built with some cool techniques as well, studs on the side type stuff. All of these side areas are kind of their own sub-assembly. This is a sticker there, and sticker there. But on the inside, this is a printed piece here. And the color choices are really nice. Dr. Robotnik can fit in here quite well. a little fire piece at the end. And I like the shaping of it. I think it matches with the games pretty well. And it feels pretty good next to everything else as far as the scale goes. So I really like this. And Robotnik can kind of just sit in there like that. And it's... I think it looks pretty awesome. So I'm really, really happy that that's included, and I'm interested to compare this figure, this brick built one, versus the one that'll be releasing soon for the new line there. But for this, I thought this was really quite good. Then for the rest of the build, you have this kind of Green Hill Zone track type thing. And this is really, really interesting. So one of the things I made note of is this was a $70 set or $80 normally, but it has 1,125 pieces. Now that is a lot of pieces for something that has a rather small footprint. I would say this is very small, and that is because many of these details down here for all the little squares that is very iconic for the kind of Green Hill Zone for Sonic, many of those are brick built with, but they're only 2 plates high, and they're built with 1x1 plates. So like all of the, and you can actually see in here, I didn't get them all squared up super perfectly. I wasn't meticulous in how those were put together. So you can see some gaps in between some of these where things aren't just lined up just right. But so much of this is you just stacking plates together, these 1x1 square plates together. And there's also a ton of, like bracket pieces of various colors for all the alternating colors up here, and then a 1x2 in between them. So that's a ton of pieces as well. So the lot of the 1,100 or 1,125 pieces are really small pieces, but the effect that it creates is really, really cool. And as someone who's dealt with like a lot of botanicals and architecture and stuff that uses small pieces and occasionally stuff that's very repetitive, like the amount of times I just stacked 2 of these 1x1s together in here, I wouldn't be able to keep count, but it was a lot. But I found it kind of enjoyable and relaxing and sort of meditative. And the overall effect at the end is really, really nice. Much better than doing it with like all stickers, for example. And I think it turned out really, really good. So it was very fun for me to put together. And that eats up a lot of the budget there. But this is kind of built in a modular way. Unfortunately, once you put the black border on here, it is hard to kind of take apart, but I'll sort of outline all the different sections. The first section that you build is with this tree, little brick built tree there, which is similar to the ones that'll be released in the new Sonic sets. And that's the first time you build this whole section. As you can see, we get a couple Technic pinholes on the side here, and over here we get some Technic pins popping out, so these could be rearranged or connected with more than one. So the first thing you build is this little base area and this place for the tree. The next thing you build is the bridge and the water area down here. So the water is really nice, using some blue topped by some light bluish clear there, different tiles and some cheese slopes. At the back, we have some hinges back here on the black border that hold these rings, these clear pieces with the rings there. The bridge is a really unique build, I thought, where it uses these round bricks here, these cylindrical bricks, or just tube pieces, these round pieces, and they're all on bar elements. So let me get my focus in here. So a bar goes from this hollow one, like this hollow stud here, all the way across, and then we thread on a clip a 1x2 modified plate with a clip, then the round brick, then another clip here, then a bar and 2 of the rounded bricks, and then back on this side we have 2 of those clipped plates there that are then covered up, and that's how it attaches. And then this is just kind of slotted over the ends of the bar elements, and I think that's a really nice bridge piece. And then we use the underside of all these little rounded stud pieces there as well. The next thing we build is the whole spiral loop, not spiral, but the loop element. So this is a big section here, and this was really great too. I really like how they tried to make this feel like they mesh into each other. These angled plates here do a lot of work to make this loop feel like it continues, when really this whole curve is 2 bricks over from this, or they're not in a line, but this kind of blends it together in a way that I wouldn't have ever thought of, and I think it's achieved really, really well. We can see here, though, that there are some stickers used for these color changing elements. So on the bottom for these kind of angled pieces here, and then on the side of these big panel pieces or large brick pieces there, and onto the other side and down here again, those are all stickers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and then on the other side 4 and 5. So a lot of stickers there to make these have the same kind of detailing as this, and I think that's okay. They went on easy enough, and the overall look is good. You can kind of tell that they're stickers, but kind of not. I think it blends in well with, like, up here it's brick built and up here it's built, but I don't know if it would have worked to do that all the way up, or maybe not been as stable. And I kind of understand why they didn't want it to be brick built the whole way. I suppose you could swap these out and do that, but like certainly for like this piece down here, I don't think you're going to get that angle there normally with alternating tiles. So that's really interesting. Eventually we move over to this. We build the last segment here, and then we kind of attach all this other stuff on. So this has a little play feature kind of. This can be popped up and popped down. So on the back there is kind of a little lever thing here, and when this is flat you can kind of get it to stay up and then drop down. So that's that. So you put that in. I'll use some ramp pieces here. They did not sticker the side of that. They easily could have, to try to emulate the pattern here. And we kind of finish off the little thing here, and then at the end, before we build Robotnik, we add on this really interesting build with some clear bricks there to extend that clear thing. This is an interesting piece here with these spikes coming out of it. I don't see that very often. So that's just a 2x2 rounded brick, but has all those spikes coming around. So we get to build this little flower thing here. Get to build this extra platform, a floating platform with some clear panel pieces to kind of make it look like that's floating. We get to build this thing, which I believe is supposed to rotate. You got a blue on one side and red on the other. And that's a simple enough build there. And then we attach all these as well. And we add all the detail, the tiling around the side. This is a sticker for Sonic's 3 lives here. And then on the back, there's kind of a hidden little detail here right there, which is another sticker. Let me see if I can get close enough on that so we can see what that is. And maybe someone can tell me in the comments what these are all referencing here. So if I get close enough in on that, so we get some numbers here. We get 28, 10, 20 for Viv or VIV, 281,020. And then we get LCK, we get 76,642, and then we get 1991 and Sam. So I'm thinking these are either references to set numbers or birthdays or names of maybe the ideas designer or whatever else. But that's kind of a little hidden detail. That is a sticker, not a print, but it is just located on what is, I would consider, the back of the display here. So that is on this piece right there. And so it's kind of a little Easter egg type thing. And actually, now that I think about it, because this is an idea set, and it's before they changed the kind of design for the instructions, we get this really cool kind of 8-bitty or maybe 16-bit kind of design and all these images in here. And we get the fan creation. And I wanted to see if it said, we get a little thing about all the different Sonic games, the 30 years of Sonic. I wanted to see if there was a little thing about maybe that. Okay, so the fan designer's name is Viv, or VIV. And so that was one of the names on here. That's the top name on there. I'm not sure if it has something for the number, but I'm imagining it's maybe someone's birthday or something, because it's like 28 10 20. And they're from the UK, so maybe they put the day before the month and then the year. I'm not positive on that, but I'm sure there's some kind of Easter eggy reference for that person, and it's nice that that's in here, so that's really great. And I will kind of show the little progress thing if I can find it. So yeah, every so often there's just be a page where you attach one of the crystals, and then you work through and build the whole next section, and there'll be a stage here. So it's kind of got like a little level up progression, linear progression to the build experience, which I think was really, really smart to do for a kind of side-scrolling video game like this. And when it's all together, we get, you know, a really nice display piece. Sonic can be positioned at different places on here. If you wanted, Robotnik could be, I mean, theoretically attached somewhere on here, or just off to the side, which is great. These little guys, the kind of antagonists, can be attached or put on different places where they might be roving back and forth or flying or whatever. And it's just a really, really solid display set, in my opinion. I don't know if there's tons of play value, which the new Sonic sets with their launcher and their little the thing that you put Sonic in that can launch off the ramps and go around these circles is certainly a different direction than this set, and that's totally cool. I'm happy for them to take it in a new direction instead of this, which is, you know, kind of limited to people like me who prioritize stuff to display. But this is a really great display. Brick built characters are nice. The side builds are all well done. The minifigure is really, really good. We get some options, even though they're stickers. That's still pretty great. We get all the crystals, and the final product is, I think, quite excellent. So I loved this. And then it's good value. I mean, 1,100 pieces, 1,125 pieces for $70 or $80. I got this for $70 from a retail store. That's what they had it listed at. I didn't price match or get money off. Is like a great price per piece. And sure, a lot of them are 1x1s in these kind of, I don't know if this is an orangish brown and a brownish red, or what these exact named colors are, but you get a lot of those. I didn't mention this, but all of these 1x4 tiles on the side, those are printed. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the back 6, 7, 8, 9 of those, if I counted correctly. So we get 9 of those printed, kind of pixelated tiles here, which are great to get those printed. And then the rest, we get some stickered elements, which is no problem for me. Here are these sticker sheets. So these are the ones that have that Easter egg one, and then the ones that go on the side of the loop. And then the rest of these are kind of for Dr. Robotnik's ship, for the lights or the face, for the little things here. And that's the sticker sheet. I will show the extra pieces because we do get a fair amount of extra pieces, including an extra of each of those emeralds or crystals there. A couple bar elements here, a couple barb elements in nice colors, all the different colored crystals, and then your basic Technic stuff, 1x1s, tiles, plates, cheese slopes, studs, all different stuff in there. But a good amount of extra pieces here, a lot of small pieces, but really, really nice. I think this is an excellent set. I really enjoyed building it. It was very relaxing. It ends up looking really, really cool. There is options to separate these out. You may have seen, I'll show it in the instructions. Each little section is made with, like, one side will have axles coming out of it, and then the other side will have, you know, a brick with an axle hole. So like you could put the loop over here and the bridge over here, and you could swap them around theoretically, which is really kind of interesting. If I show the next one, see, we'll have 2 axles coming out of that side, and they always kind of have that little thing. There's on this side, there's 2 axles coming out. On the other side, there's spots for those axles to go in, and you fit them all together, and then they kind of overlap with the tiles for the base. There's a plate and then a tile, and that border kind of holds them all together and locks them in place. But I think this is an excellent set. I really, really enjoyed it. So big thumbs up for me. Great value, great little display set. And I'm excited to see what the new line of Sonic has to offer. And I'll have to wait till August. I might be able to get some of them early, but we will see. I'm not in the LEGO Ambassadors Network. I don't get any LEGO for free. I pay for them all with my own money. And I just can occasionally get them, find LEGO sets early from retailers. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you like this video, consider giving it a like. And if you like the other videos on my channel, consider clicking on that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I will be doing here in the future, including when they come out, more Sonic, and then tons of other LEGO themes of all different shapes and sizes and price points and piece counts. Tons of different stuff coming up. So subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you want to support this channel, consider joining me over at the Sobrix Patreon, where not only will you help support me, but for as little as $2 a month or $5 a month or $10 a month or whatever, every little bit counts. You can get your name at the end of my videos, and shout outs and early access to my videos and exclusive content over there, and a lot of other plans with some Q&As and some live streams and tons of other stuff. So maybe check that out. It's appreciated, and I just thank everybody for watching and for liking and commenting and subscribing and all the good stuff. I am very, very grateful, and I appreciate it very much. Until next time, thanks. Bye.